Today we're going to take a look at Chapter 3, Part 2, Answer to the Booth Problem, to the Booth Tax Return. So here what we'd like to do is to get yourself a summary going, and so you should have a summary sheet which shows all the what you think you're going to do, the W-2s. There's a W-2 for Ken and one for Amy. There's also interest income that needs to be put on the summary sheet as well. And then you would get all of this Schedule C stuff together. And they have some additional information as well. So your best bet is to do that summary sheet before you actually start so that everything is together in order of how you're going to do it. All right, I'm going to proceed with actually working on the return once you had your summary sheet. Now on your summary sheet, the first thing is to put the names, Ken and Amy Booth, and to put what their filing status is, which is married filing joint. And also we have to determine if there's any dependents. The Booth supports Ken's parents, Rod and Mary. Now Rod and Mary live in their own home, not in with Ken and Amy, okay, but Ken and Amy support his parents, and therefore they can use those as dependents. Okay, so on our Form 1040, put Ken's name and social security number, 343753456. Okay, and Amy's, her social security number comes from her W-2, 783112490. Okay, their home address, and that is told to you in here. So that's where the store is located. The home address is 2345 Wilson Avenue. That's Menominee, Wisconsin, 54751. Okay, if they wanted the presidential election campaign, you could check out either of those boxes. You would have to find if they had anything to do with virtual currency, such as Bitcoin, if they either bought or sold it. And let's go ahead and assume we did ask them that, and the answer is no. It said on there that no one else can claim them, and so we can do that, and they're not over 65 or blind, so we leave all those boxes blank as well. So we go down to the dependents, and we have Rod Booth, and Rod is 124809050. Parent, and he would not qualify for the child tax credit because he's not a qualifying child under 17. But he is an other dependent, so they could give the $500 credit for other dependents. And Ken's mother is Mary. And her social security number 489-376676. Double check that, 489-376676. Okay, good. She's also a parent. And she would also qualify Ken for getting the extra $500 credit for dependents. We get down to the wages, and we would look at our summary sheet, would include the gross wages from both of these W-2s, so the 28,345 and the 17,890 from Amy. So that's 46,235 total. Okay, we have, we could also put in the federal income tax, $2,200 and $650. So together that is $2,850. We'll go down on page 2 under the forms W-2, federal tax withheld. Okay, there's also $410 in state income tax and $518 in state income tax from his. So that would be $928 total of state income tax withheld. If it looks like they're going to itemize, then we'll need that for the itemized deductions on Schedule A. But we'll have to see if they have anything else worth itemizing. Otherwise, we would only use that if we were actually doing their state of Wisconsin tax return. Okay, and there's nothing extra on the interest, just the fact that it is $712. So, and that is taxable interest. It's not tax exempt interest like a municipal bond interest from a city or something. Okay, there are no dividends, there's no pensions, there's no Social Security benefits, no sale of stocks or bonds, and so the only other income is if there was something on Schedule 1. So let's take a look and see what other incomes there might be. Okay, so Amy operates a bookstore called the Disk Drive, and so this will be a self-employed business that will go on Schedule C, so we will need that. And here talks about a net operating loss from last year for the Schedule C. And here it shows that Ken, who ordinarily never gambles, won $22,000 at a casino birthday party for one of his friends. Okay, now that would be taxable income. And so that would have to go on there, and there's no other income, so we will need to go to Schedule 1 and other on this line 8, other income. We will use gambling from the party, and that was $22,000. Now we're also on line 3 going to have business income from the Schedule C. But for right now, we'll put that gambling income on there so that now we have looked at all forms of income other than the Schedule C. And there's nothing else besides the Schedule C. We're also going to take a look at any kind of, see if there's any itemized deductions or anything else, and no, there's nothing about itemized deductions either. So we can go straight ahead and do this Schedule C. Okay, so the name of the proprietor is the actual name, not as shown on 1040 like some other schedules are, but this is the name of the individual who is actually running this business. So that's Amy. Even though she was listed second on the tax return, she's the only one running this business. This is going to go under her Social Security number into the Social Security and Medicare system for when Amy retires in the future. Okay, so Amy Booth, and Amy's Social Security number, that was 783-11-2490. Okay, now here on some of these kind of schedules, they don't have it where you just put the number in. I had to actually type the dashes in. Okay, the principal business or profession or product, okay, is retail store dash books. Okay, so we've said what this is. It's a retail store, and it includes the product, which is books. Okay. Now we have to have a code from the instructions. Comes from the back of the Schedule C, that we're going to look up a code for retail stores dealing with books. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at Schedule C. And whenever there's a form, there's also instructions, so I can go to those instructions, and toward the back of the instructions starts where the codes are. So we need to find some kind of code for a retail bookstore. Okay, so here's this one down here. It says retail trade. So we're going to find somewhere under there. Okay, there's building materials, that's not us. Clothing and accessories, that's not us. Electronic and appliance stores, food and beverage stores, furniture, home furnishing, gasoline stations, general merchandise, health and personal care, motor vehicle and parts, sporting goods, hobby, book, and music stores. So here we are. Bookstores is 451211. 451211. So I'm going to go here. 451211 is the code. Okay. The business name is the disk drive. If no separate business name, it says leave it blank. The business address, if there's a separate address for the store besides Ken and Amy's house, then we need to put that separate address, and we were given that. Okay, 2000 Broadway Street. And that is also Wisconsin, and it is 54751. Okay, the accounting method would be cash. Did she materially participate